Can we be honest? They don't care what Justin Trudeau thinks. World leaders don't take Justin Trudeau seriously. They think he's a joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pleb is back. In today's episode, the losses for Justin Trudeau just keep piling up. This week, Supreme Court of Canada rules against Justin Trudeau and says his woke climate communism is unconstitutional. As well, tonight, Canadians are stranded in Gaza, relying on the Canadian government to get them out, and they fail as usual. And in our last story, Pierre Poilievre destroys Justin Trudeau harder than I've ever seen Trudeau destroyed before. You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around. Tonight's episode has been brought to you by Beaver Bitcoin, Canada's best Bitcoin exchange. Now, if you want to buy the best performing asset of all time, Bitcoin, do so at beaverbitcoin.com. You can buy Bitcoin instantly with Interac e-transfers, or you can even set up weekly deposits if you don't want to buy in large amounts. Now, this is not financial advice, but the best Bitcoin exchange to buy Bitcoin at in Canada is Beaver Bitcoin. Check them out, and thank you for sponsoring the Pleb. Let's start tonight's report. Pleb, it's been 8 days now. Where have you been? Why are you not uploading? I'm going to keep it real with you. That terrorist attack footage that I saw coming out of Israel last weekend honestly messed me up. Like, just truly horrible, staring evil in the eyes like this and seeing the victims and what they went through. It honestly messed me up, and I needed to disconnect. So tonight's episode is dedicated to all the innocent lives that were lost at the result of Hamas terrorists last week, and all the innocent lives that are going to, be lost as a result of this upcoming war. Just a terrible situation all around. So sorry for not being around for the last week, but I'm back. All right, lots of crazy things going on in the world, lots of sad situations, but we're going to do what we do best on this channel, and we're going to focus on Canada. And we're going to turn the mood around right now, because we're going to kick off tonight's episode with Pierre Poilievre absolutely destroying Trudeau harder than I've ever seen him destroyed before. Let's watch the clip of Pierre Poilievre saying Trudeau's a joke and that world leaders don't respect him. All right, this clip is truly something else, guys. Like, we're kicking it off with absolute fire tonight.
Can we be honest? They don't care what Justin Trudeau thinks.
Wow.
World leaders don't take Justin Trudeau seriously.
Wow.
They think he's a joke. He's being trampled on by world leaders all around the world. Look, when you look at Justin Trudeau at an international meeting, other leaders don't even want to shake his hand.
Wow.
He stands off in the corner while the adults have serious conversations. They know that he's decimated our military, that he embarrasses our country on the world stage, that he allowed a Nazi to be recognized at the state visit of the Ukrainian president, that he has no idea what he's talking about on matters of foreign policy. And they're tired of his pointless, meaningless virtue signaling that's backed up with no substance whatsoever. So right now, unfortunately, as long as Justin Trudeau's around, we will have no influence on the world stage.
Facts.
We need to bring in a serious leader who will rebuild our military, be a professional on the world stage, harness our natural resources, our energy as a geopolitical point of power. We could be breaking European dependence on Putin by selling our liquefied natural gas, but Trudeau blocks it because he doesn't think there's a business case. We could displace oil from Russia, from Iran, and other dictatorships if Justin Trudeau would stop waging war on our energy sector. We could be selling our civilian-grade uranium so that foreign countries could break their dependence on coal-fired electricity and build nuclear power plants. But these are all things that Justin Trudeau has failed to do because he is not a serious leader, and the rest of the world looks at him as a joke.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie in this? Everything Pierre Poilievre just said there is true, but it also makes me sad thinking that, yeah, this is what's leading our country. All of those things that Pierre Poilievre just listed. It's kind of sad. But with all that Trudeau sadness, I'm going to bring you guys a really, really positive, great story here, because this week, yes, this week, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled against Justin Trudeau's unconstitutional climate communism. Yes, his woke green Alberta last policies are no more. Here is Franco Terrazzano from the Canadian Taxpayer Federation to give us a breakdown of what happened.
Breaking news, huge win, folks. The Supreme Court of Canada has said that Trudeau can't stop provincial resource development. The Supreme Court of Canada ruled against Trudeau's No More Pipelines law. Huge news, but here is the main takeaway. Trudeau can't tell Scott Moe or Danielle Smith or Francois Legault that they can't develop resources to create good jobs in their province. Now, the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, we were official interveners at the Supreme Court of Canada because when governments stop resource development, taxpayers pay. Now, this is a huge win for Canadian taxpayers. Obviously, I'm so pumped. You know, my family's in Alberta. Huge news over there. But folks, this is an embarrassment for the Trudeau government. Yes. A real bad day for Mr. Trudeau.
And it wasn't just Franco Terrazzano who was celebrating this massive victory. Danielle Smith also took part in the festivities and danced on the grave of Stephen Guilbeault at a press conference this week. Absolutely savage.
Guilbeault does not seem to acknowledge how badly he lost.
What?
Wilkinson, I heard him.
What? Guilbeault does not seem to acknowledge how badly he lost. Wow. Wow.
Guilbeault does not seem to acknowledge how badly he lost. And Wilkinson, I heard him say that he hopes that this is the last time that we end up going to court. Well, there's one way to assure that. They need to drop their clean electricity regulations and they need to drop their emissions cap. That will be the way that we can assure that we can come to the table and work together.
I just love Danielle Smith. She is obviously amazing for Alberta. And to be honest, I think she'll probably be prime minister one day. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. But it wasn't just Danielle Smith who had some comments about this historic decision. Pierre Poilievre also chimed in on what happened.
Today we learned that the Supreme Court of Canada has found Justin Trudeau's No New Pipeline anti-resource law unconstitutional. Yes, Justin Trudeau,
That's
with
right.
the help of the NDP, has violated the constitutional rights of Canadians to develop their own natural resources. He has blocked natural gas liquefaction facilities. He has blocked lithium, cobalt, and other mines. He has prevented Canadians from producing resources and bringing home powerful paychecks. He's done it all to appeal to a radical NDP agenda that wants to leave all of our resources in the ground and all the money in the pockets of dictators.
So yes, clearly a terrible week for the woke joke liberal government. You just love to see it. But the losses don't just end there for Justin Trudeau, because this week, world leaders of the G7 came out and offered a joint statement about their support for Israel. And guess who they left out? None other than Justin Trudeau. Let's listen to what Brian Lilley has to say about the situation. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, Toronto Sun columnist.
Canada used to be considered a country that punched above its weight militarily and domestically. Now, we're relegated. American President Joe Biden convened a meeting of top NATO and G7 allies to discuss a response to the Hamas terror attacks on Israel. And Canada's Justin Trudeau, he wasn't part of the call. Schultz from Germany, Macron from France, Sunak from Britain, even Giorgio Meloni from Italy. The leader Trudeau lectured a few months ago was there. Canada's name also wasn't part of the joint statement supporting Israel. Why? Under the Trudeau Liberals, Canada has become less reliable. Our allies don't trust us. The Liberals and their supporters are trying to claim this was a meeting of a small group Canada isn't part of called the Quint. Don't buy it. I've spoken to people who've worked at the highest levels of the Harper, Chrétien and Mulroney governments, and they all say Canada would not have been excluded from a call like this in their day. Even early in Trudeau's tenure, this wouldn't have happened. Now, Well, he's diminished our reputation with other world leaders so badly that Canada is once again excluded.
How sad. Canada's not even considered a real partner, a real country anymore. We have become a joke on the world stage thanks to Justin Trudeau. But on the bright side, when you suck at your job as much as Justin Trudeau does, protesters meet you everywhere you go. And what has been a reoccurring theme in Canada? Well, wherever Trudeau goes, protesters follow. And they were waiting for Justin Trudeau when he left his office this week in Ottawa. Well, what happened to the trans flags? You got rid of the trans flags, eh? Wow. Does that warm your heart as much as it warms mine? Another warm welcome for everyone's least favorite Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. This hate and vitriol is honestly deserved because this government just keeps failing Canadians. And in our next story, you're going to see another example why. Because thousands of Canadians were stranded in Israel after the terrorist attacks, after Israel goes to war, and the Canadian government could not be bothered to evacuate Canadians. Just listen to this clip of a Canadian citizen trying to get out of Israel, calling up the embassy for help. It'll infuriate you. It truly will.
Hello, bonjour.
Hi, I was wondering if there's any update about the embassy in Tel Aviv being able to help people, or if they're still close to till Tuesday for Thanksgiving.
I have no information on that. Information regarding, you're trying to get assistance out?
I'm trying to get out of Israel at the moment, and there's been no help from the embassy, even though they've said that it's open.
So unfortunately, from my understanding, the only way out is through commercial flights. The Israeli Airlines is operational, and potentially the Turkish Airlines. Unfortunately, Air Canada is suspending flights. We have not received any information regarding evacuation flights from the Canadian government yet. What we're telling people is to still register on travel.gc.ca like this. If there's any information, we'll have their information, either email or phone number to contact them.
Okay.
So if you, that's the only situation. As of now, that's the only situation.
So long story short, the Canadian government doesn't care about us. All right, thank you very much.
Wow.
Have a good day.
Yes, the government bureaucrats, government employees couldn't be bothered to come into the embassy in a time of crisis, in a time of war, on a Thanksgiving weekend to help get Canadians out of Israel. How pathetic is this? But you know who actually did send evacuation planes? Mexico. Yes, Mexico sent evacuation planes literally on the Monday. Okay, Mexico had planes there before Canada. How pathetic is that? Look, they got their own citizens out with evacuation planes. While Canada says, how about you call up commercial airlines, or else, too bad. How pathetic is our government? Seriously, citizens had to organize their own evacuation planes out of Israel. How pathetic is that? Truly, what is going on with this government? And when Melanie Joly was asked what she's doing to help Canadians get out of a war zone, well, her answer was she's a very busy woman. Listen to this clip. It's infuriating.
I'm a busy woman, Marie Kay.
On sanctions or on a trip? Which one is that?
So on all of these subjects, I'm working 24/7 on this. Meanwhile, there's so many issues happening in the world. I'm trying to address all of these.
Oh, you're trying to address all these issues. There's literally Canadians stuck in a war zone. What is a bigger priority than that? You are ridiculous and deserve to lose your job. Ah, yes, Melanie Jolie, the very busy woman, was able to get a Canadian Armed Forces plane in Israel 6 days later. And this I'm a very busy woman apparently had the time to go and take photo ops. Yes, that's all our government is able to do. Pathetic. So yes, imagine you're stuck in a war-torn country and you're relying on Justin Trudeau and his government to get you out of there. What an absolute nightmare. And in our next story, the NDP held their communist convention this weekend, and it's just as ridiculous as you would have probably guessed. We're going to kick off coverage of this convention with Jagmeet Singh giving a speech to his cult of Marxist pronoun people. Let's watch the clip. We're going to give a shout out here to Tokyo Rosie on the way she worded this tweet here. Jagmeet Singh promises to raise shitty NDP poll numbers by continuing to do the same things that got the NDP shitty poll numbers. Let's watch this clip. All right, we're going to roast Jagmeet. It's only a minute and a half, guys. Let's laugh at Jagmeet. I know it's hard to listen to these commies talk, but we're going to laugh at him.
New Democrats, we have a lot of work to do. Are you ready to take our vision to Canadians? Are you ready to work hard?
Are you ready?
Are you ready to win?
Are you ready to win? Dude is literally, his polling numbers are down. Trudeau is literally the Titanic, and this guy's losing support. Are you ready to win? What is this guy smoking? NDP. Look at these clapping seals, guys. Look at these clapping seals. All right, Jagmeet, show. Did he put his Rolex on? Did he put on his Rolex or did he hide it? I'm going to try to see this. I don't see a Rolex. He did not. There's no Rolex on Jagmeet today.
It is my great honor, the honor of my life,
made
to
him.
work beside you, shoulder to shoulder with our dedicated team of MPs. And I promise you, together, we will build the Canada of our dreams. A Canada where we measure success by
A Canada of our dreams where everyone has pronouns, you know, where taxes are at 90%. These people are nuts.
how well all of us live, not just those at the top, where our children will build an even better future for themselves. A Canada where we look out for one another, where leaders use their power to serve the people, not the CEOs, and where we are united by our common values, not divided by hatred. This is the Canada we believe in.
Oh, we
This, my
believe in.
friends, is the Canada that we believe in.
Yeah.
Friends, it is not too late to build this better world. Let us do it together.
This guy's such a clown.
Thank you so much.
What a clown. Shout out to the staffers who made Jagmeet Singh take his Rolex off, by the way. That was a terrible speech, not inspirational at all. This guy is absolutely drawing dead. Now, the NDP convention was obviously a joke, but yes, it was also a train wreck because police had to be called to the convention because pro-terrorist activists showed up to the NDP convention to protest. Look at these people. They're all wearing masks. Look at them. They all have their little COVID masks on. They all have COVID masks on. Disaster. Look how many people are wearing masks at this convention. These people are losers. Oh my God. So yes, the NDP convention appears to be a woke disaster filled by losers who wear masks. But speaking of losers who wear masks, I want to give a shout out to the trans activist community in Ottawa, where I will be next Saturday for the Million March for Kids Part 2. I will be live streaming this on YouTube. So make sure to tune in next Saturday because I'll be live in Ottawa to cover this protest and counter protest. So yeah, that's a wrap for today's video, but I'm gonna ask you guys a question like I always do. How do you guys feel about this situation in Israel? Does this have you guys messed up? Are you guys on Team Israel, Team Palestine? Are you guys on Team I don't care, I don't want to get involved? Let me know in the comments down below how you guys are feeling about this situation, because I really want to know. And as usual, if you guys enjoy this podcast, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. It helps out a lot. You could buy a membership too. That would help me out even more. My name is the Pleb. This was today's report. I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.